Okay, so number 1 on the list, we have heavy pressure headaches and aching and pressure behind the eyes. So this would be sort of like across this area, going over the back, down the back of the head, into the neck, and maybe tension in the shoulders. And this can last up to 3 days. Number 2, an itchy, tickly energy on top of your head, especially around the crown area. Feels like somebody is sort of tickling just lightly the top of your head. Okay, and number 3, hot flushes, all of a sudden heat coming over you. Now this is the energy that's coming in, like from the universe, and you may be getting downloads coming in, upgrades to the body, to the system. Okay, so when those come in, you may feel a hot flush. Number 4, it could be coldness. All of a sudden you're very, very cold and can't warm up. And this is the energy that's come in, integrating into the body. Now, when the energies come in, it will take about 3 days for the body to integrate those energies. So at first you may feel the hot flushes, and then 3 days later, as those energies are integrating, you could feel the coldness coming in. Okay, number 5 is vivid or strange dreams. Now, with these, a good thing to do is journal, is to, when you first wake up in the morning, while you're still sort of quite fresh and remember these dreams, have a notebook and a pen by the side of your bed and quickly jot down what you've experienced, because they can be messages, guidance as well. So yes, when you remember them first thing in the morning, write them down. Number 6 is high-pitched ringing and pressure popping in the ears. Now it can be both ears, and it's normally just one at a time. So at one time you get popping in one ear, and maybe a week or so later you start getting popping in the other ear. But high frequency sort of ringing pitches in the ear, and it can be constant, and then it may change and you get a different sort of frequency all of a sudden, but that is quite common. Okay, vision. You're seeing lights and shadows and orbs around you, or you can be one of those people that see auras around people or around trees, animals. You may starting to see those as well, or a fuzzy line around people. Talking about vision, number 8, you may get blurred vision. One day you'll get up and all of a sudden your vision is quite blurred, more than a normal sort of day. You'll notice that difference. If it carries on, obviously then go and see an optician, but normally this will clear after a day or 2. Number 9 is heart palpitations and flutters. Okay, so again, if this is something that carries on or you're concerned about, consult a doctor. But this is another sign of Ascension symptoms. Number 10, sinus pressure, popping and crunching as well. So that pressure around the sinus area, around the eyes and the top of the nose. And you may sort of like hear crunching, popping sort of noises as that pressure is being released. Number 11, skin issues or rashes. Now, if there's nothing unusual that you have done to or been near to cause a reaction to your skin, then this can be an Ascension symptom as well, where the energy is the energy in the body is moving around and pushing out and pushing all the denser energies forward and to come out. Then the body, the skin is going through like a detox, so you may start to experience rashes on the skin. Number 12, hair and nails growing quicker. Now you may notice that you're cutting your nails a lot more, or you're having to have your hair cut a lot more as well, as the energies are making everything move quicker. Number 13, feeling of body high vibrational buzzing. Okay, so what does that mean? All of a sudden you may feel that it feels like everything is vibrating very, 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 very fast, and it's almost like a buzzing all over feeling. It's quite a nice feeling. It's because you'll get a lovely warm energy of calm and overwhelming love sometimes, but the body will sort of be starting to vibrate higher. Number 14, you may start by getting joint aches, which is stuck lower energy. It could be even a feeling like flu sort of symptoms. With flu, when you start aching, your joints start aching. Now this can be lower stuck energy. Okay, so try to move around a lot. Move those joints to get the energy to be dislodged. Okay, number 15. Emotions quickly changing. Okay, so you may be going up and down in emotions. 1 minute very happy, very, light energy emotions, and then the next minute you sort of crash down into sort of quite a depression. Now this is quite normal, but it can change very quickly. Okay, obviously if it goes on a long time, then you may need to sort of go and seek sort of other help. Number 16, anxiety. If you're getting a lot of anxiety, first of all, have a look where the anxiety is coming from. You may need to do some shadow work, and that will help. Shadow work is, well, that's what it is. It's finding out where these lower emotions are coming from. So you may need to do a bit of work on that if anxiety is coming up. Okay, electrical equipment turning on and off, or blowing up, or blowing a fuse. That's because the energies coming in are so high, it's affecting our electrical equipment. Number 18, digestion. Okay, so you may be getting stomach issues and sudden intolerances. You may be getting sort of like a rumbly tummy, and you may, as I say, the intolerance is something that all of a sudden that you've been eating for many, many years, all of a sudden you have an intolerance to. So just go with what your body is telling you, okay? It's trying to tell you something. Number 19, not being able to tolerate heavy, dense energy foods. Okay, so this could be things like meat or alcohol. If you think of all food, it has a vibration. Everything is energy, so even food has a vibration. The highest vibrational food is the raw, natural foods like fruits and vegetables. The lowest density energy foods would be meat, because that is from something that is dead and been through trauma. So that energy would be held within that meat. So meat is the lower energy frequency of foods. So if you find that all of a sudden you are going off eating meat, then listen again, listen to the body. It's trying to tell you something, that you need to raise your vibrations, and what we put in our body helps the overall vibration. And also with alcohol. Alcohol is a low vibrational liquid. So again, if you are feeling like you just don't fancy alcohol anymore, or you'll have a drink and you really don't like it anymore, again, just go with what your body's trying to tell you. Number 20, fluctuating appetite and weight. Now, one day you'll be absolutely starving and you want to keep eating, and sometimes it'd be a sort of certain type of food, maybe a carbohydrate that you want to eat a lot of, and other times you may feel like you're not hungry at all, and your weight may be going up and down as well for no reason. You may feel like you've put a lot of weight on one day, you've quite bloated and put a lot of weight on one day, and then a couple of days later you feel like you've gone back down again. So again, keep an eye out for that. 21, wanting to hibernate. Okay, so you wanted to go into hermit mode and you wanted to be in your own space. Now this is great because you can be using that time of being on your own to find out more about yourself. Okay, when you're on your own, you haven't got distractions around you, and this is where you start to sort of like find out what's going on in your own head. What is it you need for yourself? So when you go into this hermit mode, enjoy that time of expansion for yourself. Number 22, no interest in normal things. So when I say normal things, it could be, say, like watching TV, certain programs that you used to love watching, all of a sudden it really isn't interesting you anymore. Okay, you may, certain places that you went to, certain people that you was around, excuse me, all of a sudden you're just not interested in those anymore. So your normal life as it was may start to change. Okay, so number 23 is a bit like the last one, not wanting to watch TV so much or the news. Okay, so on TV there can be a lot of lower energy programs on, maybe a lot of violence and anger. There's a lot of depressing news on the TV. So again, you may start to feel an intolerance really to watching TV or selecting certain type of TV that you do want to watch. Number 24, starting to easily distinguish negative people and their energy and places. So whereas before you may sort of walk into an area and not think about it, when you start to get these higher energies, you start to feel the energies and you can distinguish the negative energies around people and places. And you may feel like you want to sort of draw back from those places or people, or sort of put maybe a protection around you so that those energies aren't affecting you so much. Okay, number 25, dizziness, being a bit clumsy, and the feeling of vertigo. Okay, so this is one that really affected me a few years ago with vertigo, quite sort of bad attacks of vertigo with that, and that is feeling like everything is spinning and swimming. You can have sickness with that. Being clumsy as well, finding that you're dropping everything, knocking things over. So sort of it's like you having new energy in a new body and you're getting used to it, sort of feeling as this new energy is trying to fit into like this body again. Okay, number 26, audio mumbling, which is what I do a lot of, is not getting your words out properly. Now all of a sudden you could be quite a good talker, and then all of a sudden you're stumbling over your words, you can't get them out properly, and you feel like you don't really want to talk, which is a very strange feeling. It's like it's as if, you know, could you rather just read my mind? I just don't want to speak. And that is a strange one, but you will find that you'll get this mumbling where you just can't get your words out properly. So that can be frustrating. Number 27 is memory loss or brain fog. Now, again, we're getting all these new downloads, these integration of energies, and a lot of things will slip out of your memory because they're really not needed. There's just empty space, taking up sort of space. Empty thoughts are sort of keeping all of your mind jumbled all up, so it's clearing things out. So don't be surprised about memory loss or brain fog. Again, if it carries on or you find it is a big issue, then consult your doctor. Number 28 is time shifts. Okay, so time going quicker or slower, or missing time. Now, we all can sort of like get engrossed in things where, you know, we look up and think, oh crumbs, like 2 hours has gone, that only felt like 5 minutes. But this is like a little bit more where you'll sort of recognise that time is going a little bit strange. Some days will absolutely fly by and you feel like you've only been up a couple of hours and it's bedtime again. You may find that you look at the clock and 1 minute it's say 12 o'clock, 2 minutes later you look again, it's 12:30, and it's like, hang on a minute, that's a bit odd. That's something very strange there. So just keep an eye out for that. The time is shifting, it is moving in ways that we haven't been used to before. Number 29 is feelings of deja vu. Feelings that you've done that, said that, been there before. These will start to get more and more frequent. Number 30, increased psychic awareness. So you may be seeing things out the side of your vision. You may start to become aware of things and not knowing why. That's your intuition kicking in. So again, if you've never sort of had any psychic awareness and you're starting to get that, just sort of take note. Some things are not coincidence. Some things are actually you're being shown things. 31, noticing synchronicities. Now these can be numbers, they could be words, and they could be thoughts. Okay, so it may be how I first noticed these was when I was sitting there in the evening, maybe reading, and the TV was on. I would read a certain word. Just as I was reading that, somebody on the TV would say exactly the same word. Now it would be an unusual word. I'm not talking about if, and, then, but, or those sort of words, but an unusual word. Okay, so so for instance, deja vu. I may have been reading deja vu and somebody on the TV says deja vu at the same time. Now that's a synchronicity. Okay, and it can be numbers and it can be thoughts. So when I say thoughts, it can be a thought that comes into your mind, and then what happens after that is you see that whatever that thought was, in seeing words, whatever that thought was, you'll see it and hear it in other places, and it keep coming back to you. It's sort of like saying, yes, that was a message coming into you. So take notice of that thought. Okay, so number 32. A great need for alternative information and learning. So you may sort of be finding that you're wanting to explore different things that you've never sort of thought of before. And these are more like on the alternative side of things. There may be certain types of healing that all of a sudden that you have an interest in. So you'll be looking everywhere for this sort of new information and wanting to learn all the time some new things. Go with that and see where that takes you. Number 33. Wanting to connect with nature more. Okay, so this is a way of your body, your energy, moving you out into nature so you can ground more. Okay, grounding will keep our energies more balanced. Our overall body will be more balanced. As these higher energies are coming in, we need to ground down to the earth, to Mother Gaia. And that way we are keeping more imbalanced. So wanting to connect with energy more is a natural way of your body saying, come on, we need to get that energy grounded more. So again, do that. So there's just 33 of different symptoms that you may experience through these ascension times. There may be other ones that you experience, and some of them you may never experience. As I said, everybody is different. So take this as just sort of a list of, oh yes, I've yes, I had that one, and yes, I noticed that one. Okay, any sort of issues, problems, if you need any extra help in getting through any of this, please contact us at Maradels Holistic Therapy. If you need any more help and therapies to get through this, we are always here to help you. And I'll leave a couple of links on the bottom with some of the other courses that we have that may help you through all of these. Okay, so for now, thank you so much for watching this course, and I hope it has helped you. Thank you.